Forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer, with boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
Music sweet, music sweet. The one who invented music has got to be terrific, got to be the one who created the sun and the trees, rivers and seas. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty sweetness and togetherness. Music have no friends or enemies. Everybody could dingole, 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 dingole. If you close tear up or your shoe bust up, you could still jump up when music plays. Old lady, young baby, everybody could dingole, 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 Even in the back, in the dark, a blind man can find a melody. Oh, yeah. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty, sweetness, and togetherness. Music have no friends or enemies. Everybody but dingole, 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 dingole. If your clothes tear up or your shoe bust up, you could still jump up when music plays. Old lady, young baby, everybody could dingole, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. No, 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 no. Fantasy, energy. You don't need a bulldozer to become a composer. Every little part or a talk may help to construct a melody. Ah, yeah, yeah. Music fills the world with happiness, plenty, sweetness, and togetherness. Music have no friends or enemies. Everybody could dingole, dingole,
Wake up, rise up. It's the Net Radio Breakfast Show, bringing you the energy, music, and vibes to start your day right.
Or your shoe bust up, you could still jump up.
You hear that? You hear that? If your clothes tear up, your shoes bust up.
Young baby,
No friends, no enemies.
dingole, dingole,
No creed, no class. Everybody could dingole.
dingole.
So with that, we say a very special good morning to everybody. As we welcome you to New Era TT Radio. This is the heartbeat of the Caribbean, and yes, we take you above and beyond. So glad to be in your company, and this is a throwback Thursday morning, TBT morning, and thank you so much for joining us. So good morning to Trinidad, Tobago, neighbors in the Caribbean, our friends and family that are streaming all around the globe in your different time zones. Good day, and thank you for being here. Thanks to the Heavenly Father, as always, for bringing us together for another day. And all that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing, honor to you. Sir Charles, that is me. Happy am I to be in your company. But you know what? I'm even a little happier because this is your choice, your get up and go, as we welcome everybody to the Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Morocco's Bay to the Savannah line, let's start the day in Caribbean prime. Good vibes rolling through the air. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your doubles or your morning drink.
All right, so good morning, and welcome to the Breakfast Show on this Thursday morning. The weekend begins tonight at the second after midnight, and you know we celebrate the weekend like no other. So good morning to you wherever you are across the planet, whatever time of day it is. We know you have a choice, and we're glad you chose New Era TT Radio and The Breakfast Show. So thanks for joining us, coming to you live out of Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning to my co-host, Wendell and Sir Charles. Good morning, guys.
Yes, we are here. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Wendell. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over this wonderful but so very messed up globe of ours. Trinidad and Tobago is right there with you. We are arm in arm with you in terms of messing it up. Don't worry, we're there. We're here. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you play back over that? I saw something unusual at the beginning of the show just now for the breakfast show jingle.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn.
Get up. Wake up.
Richard, you did that?
Richard,
That was very interesting. I like that. You must send it for me. How come you didn't send that for me? I gave only permission to caricature me? To make me look like a cartoon?
we look good.
I know. I always look good. But at the same time.
Yeah, we have so many people in Addis Ababa to verify that.
Yes. You look at how you just wake up Fifi and them in Addis Ababa.
I hear the numbers are growing.
Where you get that from, Sir Charles?
We are all closely linked, I can get news out of Addis Ababa too.
Captain Ron said, come up, He come up. He said, come up. He said, tell Richard to come up. Yeah. Anyway, we're happy to be in the land of the living. Let me see if I have any birthdays today. I think I do actually have a couple birthdays today. I do have today's Damalia's birthday. Damalia out there in Brooklyn, New York. Sherman Hines, Camille Batiste, who's a flight attendant is she Caribbean Airlines? I think it's Caribbean Airlines. Morning, Camille, and happy birthday. Rosanna Clement, Zekia Daniel, Raymond Ambrose, Ralston Bradshaw, Marcus Lynch. She used to at Guardian Life. I think Marcus is there. They all celebrating birthdays today. Have an absolutely fantastic day. Today's the 5th, right?
Yes.
Cinco de Febrero. Okay, all right.
That's a Jason Spanish you just talked there.
But a special morning to Angie Benjamin, who I met for the first time in a long while yesterday. She used to be an alderman, a UNC alderman at Kuva Tabaki Talparo Corporation. Haven't seen her in a long time, and she said, "Wendell, I'm so happy to see her." And she said, "Give me a number." And when she punching in my number on the phone, my name came up. I said, "Look, you have it there already, Angie." She said, "Good, I'll be in touch." So good morning, Angie Benjamin. She was an ardent fan too of the breakfast show, Power Breakfast Show. She used to listen every morning. So I'm happy to have met up with her for the first time in a long, long time.
A lot of people like that, they have your numbers. Somebody there, they was calling me actually on Facebook through Messenger, and I'm like, all right, so but the person haven't talked with me for a while, so it's like, okay, so why you calling me on Messenger? It's because they probably can't find it, or their phone crash and they don't have it.
I miss Facebook calls. I have endless Facebook inbox messages sometimes that I completely miss because I generally don't go to it to check. I generally don't go to that part of the social media network to check on messages. Anyway, what's happening, guys? I told the Minister of Homeland Security, I've advised him publicly. Well, I didn't advise him privately because I'm still trying to get him on the show, that he should stay away from the media. Do not do interviews. Tell them I have nothing to tell you and walk away. Run. If you have to blow in a bag, do something, but do not speak to the media. I'm not going to advise him again.
What happened to him now?
Oh, you didn't see it? You didn't see yesterday's interviews?
No.
Talking about the SOE and the detainees and so on. I mean, he didn't come there with the facts. He didn't come there with figures. How many people were detained? How many people were released? He guessing figures. The basic things like that he didn't come with to the media. They're going to ask you that. You know? Get your assistant to provide you with proper data and come when you go in to do a press conference with the media, especially experienced people like Alicia Boshe and them. Get your figures. Put a whole of paper in front of you, hold your phone in front of you. But say accurate things. Don't say I think is this, I believe is this, but I'm not sure. But don't do that. Yeah. Not at that level.
Yeah. And you call a press conference, or they call a press conference, or somebody, or they block him on the pavement.
No, it's the government press conference. Well, they're calling it the UNC press conference. You know,
because I mean, if it's like somebody like when they block you on the pavement coming out of Parliament, I could understand you're not upright. But if you in a press conference and you are the head honcho there, you must have information, man.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't like that at all. He was standing at a podium.
Wow.
You know.
I saw some snippets of it on news last night. Because they did ask about the detainees and some who were still detained and some who were still, because some family members of detainees that are still at Tetron are saying that they haven't had access for months and they're now breaching their rights. Even if you want to consider Tetron a prison, they should still have the rights afforded to prisoners, you know, of visits and et cetera, et cetera. And so are those... so they interviewed like a couple of the wives last night of some of the detainees who can't get access. And they said 47 were released without charge. That's what they said on news last night.
Yes. And then he went on to say that investigation still taking place, so there may still be other charges. How long has investigation? Look at how long you've had these people.
That's what came to my mind too. I was like, well, you had these people detained for a while, so why didn't you, if you don't have evidence to charge him now, when are you going to get evidence to charge him? Because, you know, the longer time passes, memories and witnesses start to fade into the distance.
Yeah.
You know, so anyway.
Yeah, he needs to stay away from the media. If you can't come with accuracy, figures, data, just have nothing to say. Better we cuss you for having nothing to say nothing, you know, than we have to be ridiculed, because it's not fair to him either, being ridiculed in the media. I don't like to read them kind of comments about, you know, how he is and the level and whatnot. I don't like to read those kind of comments. It's not fair to him. You know what I mean? You have so many people in society like that who can't help the way they are. But it's not fair to him. In a position like that, it's not fair. I don't like to see that. Get a paper.
He also talked about the population not judging the TTPS out of one incident, one video.
Yeah.
And I was like, the TTPS is not judged from one video. They're judged from the history of the TTPS.
Years and years and years.
But obviously the outrage out of that video with Joshua Samaru and the surrender, apparent surrender and killing of Joshua Samaru is getting pushback even from their supporters. So obviously, you know, they feel the need to, because I don't know that they feel the need unless their supporters are pushing back. This is how this administration comes across.
Right.
Unfortunately, that you get the impression that the pushback had come from society, but it's more potent when it comes from their supporters.
Yeah.
That look, that's unacceptable, you know, and and whatever was that we saw, they were outraged too. But I think that's what I said, across the country, regardless of party and social, whatever ethnic, whatever class you want to divide people into, people were outraged by that video.
Yeah.
And so he felt the need to defend it and say, well, don't judge the TTPS. The tone was different in terms of how he talked about it. It was different. It wasn't standing, it wasn't abrasive and arrogant. It was a different direction that, wait till the report comes out and let the chips fall where they may. Something like that, he said.
Yeah. And also the next person probably need to say from the media, although he could come back on the show, is the Commissioner of Police. Because there's a war of words now going with him and Gary Griffith. And Gary Griffith don't stop.
Sure.
You understand? He don't stop. So,
he's not the back down type.
Yeah.
Relentless in his pursuit.
Yeah.
And people, let's talk about good news and greedy people in the chat, and we will be back.
For 30 years, bus route 127 was late every single day. 5-7 minutes every day. Passengers filed complaints, 47 formal ones, Facebook posts, comments, lazy old man, typical worker. When will someone do something? One passenger filmed him for months, posted the videos, hundreds of reactions. The driver never explained himself. After he died, they found a notebook. 30 years of entries, 47 addresses, elderly people living alone along his route. Every morning before 6, he checked their houses. Lights on, curtains open, newspaper picked up. If something was wrong, he knocked, called an ambulance. 23 times over 30 years. 23 lives saved. That passenger who filmed him and posted about him, her grandmother lived along the route. In 2019, she had a stroke. The driver noticed her lights weren't on, broke her window, found her on the floor, called paramedics, saved her life. Grandmother never told her. The 5 minutes that annoyed her every morning were the 5 minutes keeping her grandmother alive. The driver, who was always late, because he was busy saving people, everyone else forgot.
Interesting. Dean Allen and Michael Grandis, Sankofa. Dean Allen says, Wendell, please, he is a big man who should know his limitations. That's where I differ with you, Dean Allen. There are some people who don't know their limitations, right? They're not aware of their limitations, right? That's where I disagree with you. I hear you with the other issues, but there are some people who don't know their limitations, right? But we'll get back to that. Let me greet some people in the chat here. Our guest today, of course, is David West, the head of the Police Complaints Authority, PCA. He will be our guest in the second hour. And of course, we have karaoke coming up. Karaoke, coming up in the second hour also. Ron DeSantis Jr. Hey, I'm Ron, you couldn't sleep last night, boy. This was at 10:11, so it would have been 9:11 your time, I think. Wendell, Richard, and Sir Charles are here. Room on Fantastic Friday Karaoke. Big guest artists. Man promoting himself, yes. Valerie Mendoza came in at midnight. Margaret Thomas, Eunice Dublin, Sankofa, that is, at 12:42. Brennan Smith also says good morning. Manuela Peters, Suzanne Suzette, and Mrs. Gemma. Odell Guy from Sangre Grande. Erica Charles, Slick Money Grip. Diane Payne, Wendy Ann and Frank James. Nicola McNichols, Marlon Motley from North Valsayn. Ava Smith, Boy Bidesi from Debe, Sherwin and Juliet Kerr from Arima, Cathy and Charles from Cascade and Arlene from Bronxville. Hello? Somebody playing something there? Gavin Frank from Powder Magazine, Debbie Modest, Nicola McNichol said everyone. We did discuss this yesterday, Nicola. I don't know if you saw our video on Zootopia with Flash concerning what the Minister of Transport is proposing. You missed that. Joyce Phillip, Damian and Amanda Edwin. Morning, Damian and Amanda. Richard M. Jeremiah, Ingrid from Tucson, Arizona. Ambrose Black from New York. Brent Hackshaw. Ozzy Molino. Trini Merle Kitchen in Oshawa, Ontario. Margarita Chow. Kurt Hope from Nashville, Tennessee. David McCarthy. Alistair Hart from San Fernando. Good morning, guys. Flavor Village was pumping. I was in St. James late yesterday, but later than normal, and a group of people said they were going there. I heard it would have been really good. I think someone of these other stations was there. Ojo is it Ojo? I think that's the name they call. Robert Allen, Shoma Paul, Marva Williams, Yvette Scipio, Julia Samantha, Mrs. R up early today. Carol Guevara, morning Carol. Dave Gosain, Maria Cillier, Dean Allen, and Sankofa is the commenting on the Minister of Homeland Security. Prabha Ramdial, Patricia Defoe. That's a name we haven't seen for a while. Terry Ann George, top of the morning to all. Anthony Miguel from New York. Robert Taylor from Fernandina Beach. Wendell Not Fear did not read the other part of my comments. Before a minister goes into a position, they have certain rights. They can hire advisors. And that's why I said, Dean Allen, I said that, I said he should have people present him with his data beforehand and come with it. You understand? Come with the data. So we saying the same thing, really, And you said not doing so shows up their weaknesses. I don't know. I hear Dean, I know what you're trying to say, but I still want to give him the benefit of the doubt, and we want to give him advice as to how to move forward, because it don't seem like they're moving him, and he already saying he not going, and Guevara not going, so it seems we saddle with them anyway. You understand? Unless something absolutely drastic happens, and I don't know what could be more drastic than this latest incident. God alone knows. I hope to God we don't get anything more drastic. So we started with them, and we had to deal with them. We had to critique them and praise them when the time allows. You know what I mean? So today is for critiquing. Those are the greetings on the chat, Sir Charles.
Beautiful. All right, so let's roll across to the WhatsApp. And getting out of bed very early this morning was Nicola McNichols. Good morning to you, Nicola. Kent in Laventil. Good morning to Captain Ron in Orlando. Good morning. Archbishop out there in Canada. Ashton Clark. Good day to you. Mr. Billy and the Powder Magazine people. Peter Wilson. Good morning to you. Carla and Kelly in Caranage. Frank out there in Ruca. Mahi is in Madrid, Spain, I think today. Yeah. Rena Budo Jennings in Pity Valley. Brenda in Penal. Zena, who is up also very early in Arima. Pauline and Sexy Reds, who I have not heard from for a long while. Thank you very much for locking on this morning. Good morning to the Kyle family. Wherever you may be tuned in from this morning, we are glad to have you. We're taking a short break and we will be back.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival karaoke. Carnival karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We are taking 2 contestants every day, and we are choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the breakfast show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival karaoke on the breakfast show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange. Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakarama.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
D.O.C.
Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin, Young Pro, and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-47.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakaramas. Foreign Exchange.
Platinum Carnival is the official road party band. Carnival 2026. 2 days of non-stop vibes and energy. Premium all inclusive. No long stops. $1,500 per day. Register free. Pay later. The road is the venue. Platinum Carnival, Monokini, food, music truck, drinks for only $1,500 per day. Register free. Sign up at dmcarnival.com. Platinum Carnival, powered by Mass Man Company and JT Medics. Follow at Platinum Carnival on social media for more info. Can you do me a favor? Pick up something and win.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Molasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
back. You all could mix up that little jingle with three of us, the caricature every now and then, you know. morning, Carl, Jack, Wayne Ramsey.
I love that little jingle. It's nice.
It's nice. Carl, Jack, Wayne Ramsey, Cheryl Mirage, Scorpion Pepper, Kim Govaya, Florence Bazi, they all joined us since we went for that break. So good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Show. Let me also greet two people I haven't greeted for a little while. Lystra Park, out there, former Deputy CEO of Port of Spain Corporation. I know she's listening. And Annie Bunyan, who was, I don't know, Annie used to greet us every morning. Annie, I hope all is well. And pleasant good morning from myself. And I know certainly Richard. But he'll do that himself when he comes back home. All right. You know, you could play that, a clip I sent, well, whatever, this morning I get up and I sent it to the chat. The one with the comedy show, with the guy who was sitting down on the stool giving a joke. It's pretty short. You downloaded that one, Sir Charles?
No, I didn't go through that, you know, all I say.
It's the last thing on the chat before we start this morning.
I could play for you next hour.
Show that at some point in time.
Okay, no problem.
Stick it in anytime this hour, actually. But let me go to the newspapers. At today's Express Online, victims on both sides. So says Homeland Security Minister that he said police officers must also be recognized as victims after violent confrontations. I never see a policeman get cuffed down or shoot down or nothing. So in none of them confrontations, you know, Minister. Never see that. If that happened, well, then I will agree with you that they are sometimes victims. But I never see a police officer get beat down on the ground, dragged across the thing, lock his hand behind his head, put a knee on the neck. I never see that in none of them confrontations. PNM calls for Lee's resignation over HDC transfer, and we spoke about that yesterday. Fundraiser targets $500,000 for Kaya, and that's Kaya Seeley, the young lady in that shooting in St. Augustine. Rivaldo London is the 2026 Young King champion, so congratulations to Rivaldo London. He comes from a string of Calypsonians. I think his brother or father, who Brian London is to him. I'm not sure.
Close family somehow, somewhere.
Yes.
It's uncle or something like that.
Yeah, might be an uncle or something.
Yeah.
$137 million pumped into Carnival, so says Minister of Culture Michelle Benjamin. Penal father robbed, son kidnapped in brazen late-night attack. Anasha Sanka missing along with her Toyota Hilux. Man killed in Manzanilla after 3 falls during rubber tree chopping. Wow, sad news. Faizabad man shot during $10,000 crypto transaction. People still trade in crypto?
Boy. It have some people like they don't read, they don't watch what's happening.
They don't learn.
I don't know. Is that probably a kind of addiction, I suppose?
Yeah. Man shot dead in PT Valley drive-by shooting, and man leaves bag at bar with $20,000 in it. He is now $20,000 poorer.
I wonder who was like with him.
But I wonder what he was drinking. I worry now about the drink. Not who I with him. It had to be the drink. Why would you? Anyway. That's the story trending in today's Express Online. I'm not even wondering again. I'm tired.
All right, the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian for today. Alexander and probe into police killing. No cover-up. Urges public to let Samaru investigation take its course. Prepare to let chips fall where they may. Griffith blasts COP over body cam contract claims. Wives of 2 Tetron detainees complain about their treatment. Minister says SOE detainees may still face charges. Alexander warns criminals cops will stop foolish behavior. TNT Cocoa gets a trademark. Cinema One reports $9.2 million loss in 2025. Companies must seek their best interests, says Swarat Singh, and business groups want dialogue over Samaru's killing. And TCL to hike price of cement. Well, we know that. So that's it, basically, for the Guardian this morning.
Yeah. You know, one of the complaints the commissioner made concerning the body cameras that were purchased under Gary Griffith was that, guess what? You could switch them on and off. Well, duh. Is there camera anywhere in the world that you can switch on and off? Duh.
What do you mean by you can switch them on and off? I'm not sure what he means by that.
Well, he's saying that police officers, in other words, it's another excuse for police officers not to wear it. That the police officer himself could switch it on and off. Well, duh.
I can understand the part where they talk about if they could have access to removing the data. I can see where that is an important thing, because you don't want them to be able to move the data, but switching it on and off, that part of it, I already can understand that.
Let me tell you something, eh? You see the cyber unit of the TTPS? They have technology in there that you wouldn't think they have, you know. You understand? They have technology inside of that unit that you wouldn't think they have, in terms of recovering stuff, getting into stuff without using a password. Why am I exposing the people's business?
Yeah. But they do that, yeah.
But no, stop making excuses now. Oh, for Christ's sake, as we had pointed out a while back, we did it on this show. Just say, listen, we are not using body cameras. Do not ask us anything about it again. End of story. We are not using it. Okay, say that. Stop making all kind of excuses, because another contract was given under Commissioner Erla Christopher, if you remember, for 8,000 body cameras. They had found that the cost of each one was too much, so they rescinded that contract. You only remember this? So it's not for want of trying by some commissioners, you know. But the police service, backed strongly by the police service welfare, decided not wearing it. They have resisted it all how. I don't know if commissioners of police just fooling us and mamagaying us. That's quite possible, by pretending to buy them and say we're going to do this. Maybe they are. Maybe they have, the ones in the past. But this one certainly looked like he in favor of it at all. At least the others mamagay us. I'm supposing. But my God, it is tiring now, man. Tired.
All right, so let's do our Did You Know segment, and then we will be back.
But first, here's my take. Singapore plays its geopolitical cards carefully as a country that tries to maintain good relations with America in a region dominated by China. So it's worth paying attention when its defense minister says that the image of the United States has changed from liberator to great disruptor to a landlord seeking rent. Its senior minister, Lee Hsien Loong, summed up the challenge the world faces. The U.S. is no longer prepared to underwrite the global order. This makes the international environment far less orderly and predictable. In a few short weeks, the Trump administration has effected a revolution in foreign policy. It has largely abandoned a long-standing democratic ally, Ukraine, whose security the U.S. has pledged to uphold since signing the Budapest Memorandum 30 years ago. In fact, it now asks for a big share of Ukraine's mineral wealth, which the administration describes as payback for American support. Meanwhile, Washington declared a tariff war on its neighbors and closest trading partners, Canada and Mexico, and demanded that Denmark sell it Greenland and Panama hand over the Panama Canal. It has moved to withdraw from the World Health Organization, which the U.S. helped found. It has tried to shutter most of its foreign aid programs to the world's poor, reversing a tradition of generosity that dates back to World War I. Its tariffs are clear violations of trade rules that Washington itself created and championed for decades. These remarkable turnarounds are being noticed around the world and will result in a revolution in foreign policy everywhere. Friedrich Merz, the man who is likely to become Germany's next chancellor, said recently, My absolute priority will be to strengthen Europe as quickly as possible so that step by step we can really achieve independence from the USA. I never thought I would have to say something like this, but after Donald Trump's statements, it is clear that the Americans, at least this part of the Americans, this administration, are largely indifferent to the fate of Europe. Germany stood at the center of the security system the US built after World War II. For that country to start shaking is a seismic shift. Merz has even raised the idea of France and Britain extending their nuclear umbrella to Germany because he's no longer convinced that the US would defend his country. That American promise was the essence of NATO, but no one in Europe knows if Trump would actually honor it. People in Taiwan have watched nervously as the Trump administration has turned on Ukraine. And rather than offering support against the predatory intentions of Taiwan's bullying neighbor, Trump has berated Taiwan for not spending enough on its own defense. Many on the island now worry that Trump might make a deal with Beijing that leaves them abandoned, like Ukraine. All these American moves will have an effect. They will begin to usher in a new multipolar world. Major countries like Germany and Japan will inevitably look out for their own security. That could mean, for Japan as well as for South Korea, nuclear weapons become an attractive option, an insurance policy against aggression. Under the US security umbrella, the world has seen remarkably little nuclear proliferation. That could change dramatically. Every country will consider how to wean itself off dependence on the US. As countries seek independence from the US, they might also seek alternatives to the dominance of the dollar. Europeans, who are really the only ones who could mount an alternative, might start issuing EU bonds, which would be the most effective competitor to US Treasury bonds. America's exorbitant privilege of owning the world's reserve currency, which has allowed it to run up massive deficits at low cost, might erode faster than we could imagine. All these changes are gifts to Russia and China, whose goal has been to weaken America's power and presence in the world. As one Russia analyst said recently on GPS about Trump's Ukraine policy,
it's indeed like Easter, Hanukkah, Christmas, birthday of Vladimir Putin, and everything is happening on one day.
To those who think it's high time that we changed an international system that was so dependent on the US, have you weighed the costs and benefits? The United States has spent 8 decades building an international system of rules, norms, and values that has produced the longest period of great power, peace, and global prosperity in human history. Its alliances are the greatest force multiplier for American influence around the world. And America has been the greatest beneficiary of this system, even now, decades later, setting the agenda and dominating the world economically, technologically, militarily. As this world unravels, America's privileged position will also decline, creating a more dangerous and impoverished world and a more isolated, mistrusted, and insecure America. The post-American world is now in plain sight.
Yeah. Who will step up to the plate? All right, so we are back.
Sorry.
We are back on the inside.
Yeah, I think it's going to become a multipolar world. So it's going to have several regions, ascending. Africa is one. Africa is ascending. So you're going to have different, centers of world power. I think it's what the world is eventually going to become, which may be a good thing.
All right.
Maybe
All right. Just to answer Cheryl Marat, she said, Wendell, good morning. There are issues with the TTPS body cams and how the information gathered is retrieved at the end of the workday. Only specific locations are available where it is done. I don't know. I mean, generally, when you when you have cameras at home or in your business places, you will only retrieve footage if there is an incident to view. If you suspect an incident happened at a particular time, that's when you go to. You don't review footage every single day. You don't need to download or review footage every single day if there's nothing that happened. So in the case of the body cams, I would imagine it will only work. The footage will only be retrieved when and if there's an incident to get to. You know what I mean? So I do expect that to be a daily thing, Ms. Maraj, just to answer your question. It won't be a daily thing. I can't see a police officer going in every day and having to download or retrieve footage from his body cam. That won't make sense. Actually.
Something happened, we requested, bring the body cam.
Yeah, that's when it will be retrieved, you know?
On our strangest state, and it is
all right, so I guess we could open up the lines and take some calls. Again, our guest in the next hour will be David West of the PCA. All right?
All right.
Yeah, morning to Magic, Beverly Andrews, Michael Robinson, and Hillbench.
Yeah.
Morning.
So, I'm not sure if you all spoke about this yesterday, the video with Philip Alexander speaking about how Paranage is an S-hole country. And up to now...
That won't happen if I am on the show. Reference to him won't happen if I am on the show. When I'm not here, they could do that.
Pardon?
I said that won't happen when I'm on the show. When I'm not here, they could do that.
Right. So, but nobody from the government has distanced themselves from it. So that means they are all agreeing. So, Philip Alexander again, I feel he wanted to be prime minister. He's in the news again stating, David Lee said he didn't know anything about the HEC doing this for the increase money and so on. But he said David Lee is supposed to know because he knows. And whenever the board discuss anything, they discuss it with all of them. So David Lee, now, according to him, is telling untruths. I'd like to say lies, so chat will punish me for that. So David Lee probably is telling untruths because he said he did not know and you have to ask the board and this and that and the other. But Philip Alexander, who probably is really the minister, said that he knows what is really happening in this government. The foot, the hand, all a part of them. Nobody knows what they're doing.
If it's one government minister I would always feel sorry for, is Dr. David Lee. If it's one person I feel very sorry for, is Dr. David Lee. I will say no more.
This is the second time that you say you don't know.
Good morning.
Good morning. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Nikan.
Good morning, gentlemen. Two things, Wendell. One, we have to listen to what the Commissioner of Police doesn't say. People say a lot by the things they don't say. And when you hear the Commissioner of Police say the body cameras can be turned on and off by the police officer is nonsensical. That first part is nonsensical because all body cameras could be turned on and off. Body cameras will be running 24/7. All right? It's impossible. You don't have enough storage space and things.
And battery life.
But the second part of that sentence is what is concerning, where he said the footage can be deleted. So what he's in fact saying is that I may have some dishonest police officers that should an incident happen, they as the police officers are capable of deleting the footage. I don't listen to what people didn't say, right? And Wendell, you are absolutely incorrect with your previous statement. Every footage from a body camera should be downloaded and reviewed by a senior police officer. That is international practice.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. It all should be reviewed.
But you just said...
The reality is, an incident will happen with a police and they just would not say, by what you are saying there, they just would not say and nobody would review the cameras.
Yeah, but what you just...
Until some civilian who get beat up 3 weeks after, who now come out of hospital, come and make a report, and by that time the footage deleted. Okay, so international practice is that every body camera footage is deleted, is downloaded, stored and reviewed by somebody of senior rank.
Point
That's
taken.
international
Point
practice.
taken. Point taken. Point taken. Point taken. Especially when it comes to our TTPS.
Thanks very much, Caller.
I take that point when it comes to the TTPS, our TTPS. I take that point.
And first of all, there has to be a consequence if you don't turn on your body cam in an interaction with members of the public, or if you delete the footage. It can't be that you don't have consequences to that. There has to be consequences to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that had to be like instant dismissal or some kind of thing.
Well, something.
Yeah.
But there has to be a
Police
consequence.
officer being dismissed?
Well, we're just saying something serious, consequence with.
There has to be a consequence, yes. You didn't turn on your body cam, or forget. Or you forget, or forget your salary for the next 3 months.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Well, good morning to you.
Something like that, I'm just saying. A consequence.
For Virginia. Front and
morning,
center.
Virginia.
Hey, quick question here in relation to the karaoke. Could the finalists change their song? Do they have to go with the same song for the final?
No, you don't change your song.
Let's make a correction. It was bad information. I don't know if it was propagated by Wendell or Sir Charles yesterday.
Wendell.
Which one is that? Which one?
You're not singing anything else again. Once you sing once,
once your name is in the box, your name is in the box. And what it's going to be, it's like a lottery system. So once your name is in the box, so once you've qualified, your name is in the box, and we have plenty of prizes. There's a list of prizes now. It means that whoever wins is purely by random chance, because Sir Charles is going to choose a number. Everybody's going to be assigned a number. Whether and I am not going to know what the number is. The third place will be voted on via number, just a number, by people in the comment section. So you always say number 5, and whichever is the majority number that you all say, we're going to choose that as third. Second will be me and Wendell, and first will be me and Wendell. We decide on a number, and that's how you will win. So your skill for getting into the box, that's it.
Yeah.
Isn't it something like that, Sir Charles?
Yes, you're very well right, Richard. Right.
Right. I hear from good sources that your guest artist for Fantastic Friday. I hear from good sources. Super Boo will be he just be a guest artist. Okay, so right. So those rules might not apply to him. He can come with a different song.
All right.
I'm his agent, okay? Full confession. I have his agent.
All right, okay.
Super Boo.
Yeah, we will entertain you on your boo-boo-ness next hour.
Yeah, Richard,
I concede, gentlemen. I concede Cheryl Mirage on the point of downloading footage at the end of every day, because of course it won't be much. Well, hopefully it won't be much, because as Lincoln rightfully pointed out to you, you're not going to have it on right through. You're supposed to put it on when you're going to engage in an encounter with someone. That is when it's supposed to be put on. You know what I mean? You're not going to have it on while you and your partner just randomly chilling, right? So I concede on that point.
All right. Caller, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, I guess I lost you. Let me try something.
Our poll is up already, people. Should the wearing of body cams be abandoned or scrapped? That because we're going on and on and on. Should it be abandoned or scrapped? And to answer Scorpion Pepper, why I'm feeling sorry for Dr. David Lee, look at who are his 2 junior ministers. You won't feel sorry for him? Just watch.
Good morning to you, caller.
There's also some pushback on. There's also pushback on that HDC thing.
Of course.
There's pushback on that. 5% and 10% of the purchase price. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of pushback because a lot of these are low income and middle income customers who that is a huge amount to pay.
Yeah.
And
who passing on properties to family, to
grandchildren. Family members.
Yeah. I mean, I could probably go, some measure if you're selling to somebody, but if you're passing on your property, you shouldn't really have to pay all that sort of money, man. After you done pay, you see all that money. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard.
Morning, Zena.
Morning, Zena.
Morning, Zena.
Right. All those who looked on Good Morning and my powder puff girls. Richard and them covered to Wendell about gold and kills. Falsity self. Yeah. Listen to me now. You, Mr. Wendell, you think yesterday.
You should say powder puff ladies. Girls.
Yeah, stretching it with girls.
Yeah, stretches with girls. See, ladies.
No. But powder puff girls. Or they don't tell me what all they want.
Yeah, that's how you brand it over you want, you see now.
You, Richard, could change your karaoke into what the hell ever it is. Leave me with my powder puff girls. And when they'll think yesterday after that same session, he think that I didn't look off on my TV or my phone. You think I am? I'm Sir Charles. Oh, we be rating you. You can be a police commissioner or what a politician. And how Richard and thing afraid. Yes, they afraid me. Right? Because I could damn sing. That was my wake up.
Yeah.
Type of that voice. And we really get my clear tone when my throat good.
Hey.
Well, I tell you.
We're going to do that poll tomorrow.
I hear nothing here of it,
Do you believe Zena can really sing? We're going to do that poll tomorrow.
Zena,
I was in the choir in church. I used to sing the descant. That is to tell you. That is the highest one.
Which one? There we go. Amen.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Come now, man.
I want to say, you see that body cam story? Those policemen decided not wearing it, and new controversy raised up now because the commissioner now saying one thing. I hear the former commissioner, Gary Griffith, saying one thing. So that will be a tug of war about the cameras. So who telling lions, who then telling the lies? So they make up their mind and not wearing it, but I find that it should be mandatory.
Yeah. Okay.
To wear it. We're not giving it up.
All right, Zena, thanks much. Yeah.
We did poll that already. Should it be mandatory? Now we're asking you, in light of all what we're hearing, should the wearing of body cams just be abandoned?
All right.
Well, yeah. You mean abandoned or scrapped? Is that what you were saying?
Or scrapped, yes. Yeah.
Abandoned or scrapped.
Right. Okay, so we'll sort that out during the news. So people, we are going for the news. Stay with us. We will be back shortly.
The news you need. The clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Thursday, the 5th of February, on New Era TT Radio and Gael Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for being with us. Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bisesar's delegation to the 2025 United Nations General Assembly cost just over $1.2 million, including nearly $915,000 in non-accountable allowances, according to a written response laid in the Senate. Airfare for the delegation totaled $147,000. The figures were disclosed in response to questions from opposition Senator Dr. Amory Brown, who requested a breakdown of overseas travel costs for the period September 22nd to 30th, 2025. The Prime Minister said Trinidad and Tobago's delegation included 11 officials, among them 3 cabinet ministers, a parliamentary secretary, advisors, security officers, and diplomatic staff. She also defended the expenditure, noting that a previous UN General Assembly trip in 2023, under former Prime Minister Keith Rowley, exceeded $1.1 million. Costs also included a diaspora event in New York and travel between New York and Washington, D.C. The Ministry of Transport is closely monitoring the growing use of mobile devices and mounting equipment in vehicles, warning that distracted driving poses a serious safety risk. Transport Minister Eli Zakour raised the concern while responding to questions in the Senate, particularly about drivers using windscreen-mounted devices for video recording, video calls, and live streaming while driving. Zakor said these practices can distract drivers, obstruct visibility, and significantly compromise road safety. He noted that while technology continues to evolve, drivers still have a fundamental obligation to maintain full control of their vehicles and give undivided attention to the road. The minister said the government is reviewing whether additional regulations, clearer definitions, or stronger enforcement measures are needed to address emerging forms of distracted driving, adding that recent increases in traffic fines form part of a wider effort to save lives on the nation's roads. The family of Kaya Seeley, who was shot 3 times by police during a fatal encounter in St. Augustine last month, has launched a public fundraising drive to help cover her medical and rehabilitation costs. Seeley, a young mother, was paralyzed from the waist down after the January 20th shooting, which also claimed the life of her partner, 31-year-old Joshua Samaru. A fundraiser on the Give Send Go platform is seeking $500,000 to assist with specialized medical care, rehabilitation, mobility support, and living expenses for Seeley and her 5-year-old daughter. Just over $5,700 had been raised by Wednesday morning. The incident, which was captured on video and widely circulated on social media, has sparked national debate and calls for transparency and accountability. Seeley's family says she was unarmed at the time and has not been charged with any offense. Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara has said the officers involved will not be suspended at this stage. The Roman Catholic Church in Trinidad and Tobago is piloting digital donations at 6 churches across the Archdiocese as part of efforts to make stewardship safer, easier, and more accessible. The initiative will use EndCash, a secure digital payment system that allows parishioners to make contributions by scanning a QR code with their mobile phones, eliminating the need for cash or checks. Posters and brochures will guide worshipers through downloading the app, setting up a wallet, and making donations. The pilot is being rolled out at parishes in St. Joseph, St. James, Diego Martin, San Fernando, Arima, and Scarborough, Tobago. Archbishop Jason Gordon said the move does not affect the sanctity of worship, stressing that the goal is simply to make giving more convenient. He said the system will be expanded to other parishes once the pilot phase is complete. 1 month after the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, there is still no clarity on how Venezuela's acting government plans to engage with Trinidad and Tobago, following the breakdown of diplomatic relations late last year. In late 2025, Venezuela severed ties with Trinidad and Tobago, declared Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar persona non grata, and suspended talks on energy cooperation. Since the January 3rd U.S. airstrikes and Maduro's capture, the acting administration led by Delcy Rodriguez has remained silent on whether relations with Trinidad and Tobago will be restored, or whether stalled gas negotiations could resume. The uncertainty comes as Venezuela cautiously rebuilds ties with the United States, easing sanctions and reopening limited oil and gas trade. Analysts say Caracas is still weighing internal divisions and external pressures before making any regional diplomatic moves. In international news, the U.S. Justice Department says it has completed its review of millions of documents linked to Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking case and found no basis for new prosecutions. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said the files contain extensive correspondence and photographs, but not enough evidence to bring fresh charges. President Donald Trump has urged the country to move on, saying nothing new implicates him. However, the issue remains active on Capitol Hill. The U.S. House of Representatives is continuing its own investigation, with former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton due to testify later this month. Epstein's victims and some lawmakers say key documents remain undisclosed, while Democrats warn the controversy could resurface, keeping the Epstein saga firmly in the political spotlight.
And that's news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
Platinum Carnival is the official road party band. Carnival 2026. 2 days of non-stop vibes and energy, premium all inclusive. exclusive. No long stops. $1,500 per day. Register free. Pay later. The road is we venue. Platinum Carnival, Monokini, food, music truck, drinks for only $1,500 per day. Register free. Sign up at dmcarnival.com. Platinum Carnival, powered by Massman Company and the JT Medics. Follow at Platinum Carnival on social media for more info.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, Net Radio.
Morning vibes, fresh energy. This is the Net Radio Breakfast Show.
Them papaya coming, them sukuya coming. I see them, they coming.
They send opium man for me, but I'm still going strong. I buck come from Guyana to try and lick me down, but I am blessed.
They send warrant out for me. Case going on too long. Me child mother she too for maintenance of my son, but I am blessed.
Any day and any time is a good time right now. My time to shine now. Anytime is a good time now. I love in the way how I'm feeling.
Anytime is a good time right now. My time to shine now. Anytime is a good time now. Now.
They send policeman for me. Say my family do wrong. They cut me phone, I couldn't text, so I put it in song that
they saying all kind of thing about me. Me correct going too long, but every year I have me fans winding down in town, cause I am blessed. Come and say anytime is a good time right now. My time to shine now. Anytime is a good time now.
I feeling to take a wine, cause it's anytime is a good time right now. My time to shine now. Anytime is a good time now. Look, they coming.
Them vampire coming, them sukuya coming. I see them, they coming. Them backbiters coming, all the haters coming. I see them, they coming. I work hard for everything you see. They can't take that from me. And I thank the Almighty for my sweet family, cause I am blessed.
Every time I reach in for the top, they try to pull me down, but them can never stop the works of the Father, Son, cause I am blessed. Any day and any time is a good time right now. It's my time to shine now. Anytime is a good time now. I feeling to take a wine,
Come and say anytime is a good time right now. It's my time to shine now. Anytime is a good time now.
say they coming. Hey, look them blacks, they coming. Hey, all them haters coming.
Them vampire coming, them sukuya coming.
Mornings just got better. You're locked into Net Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
All them haters coming.
Them vampire coming, them sukuya coming. I see them.
Yeah, and I tell you, everybody's coming. All they're coming for Carnival. All they here yet? Well, I hope that you get here very soon, all right? Yeah, because trust me, it's almost over, you know. This week, next week, and that's that.
Coming,
Hey, dear people, good morning to you once again. And of course, thank you so much for joining us here on The Breakfast Show. Yes, that is where you are, The Breakfast Show. It is the New Era TT Radio, taking you above and beyond. We are the heartbeat of the Caribbean. So good morning to you. Welcome inside the second hour. For those of you who have been with us since the anthem this morning, the anthem crew, good morning to you. Those of you who are coming in along the way, thank you very much for joining us. Thanks to the Gael family also for being with us here on the net, all right? And just to let you know that when we come off of the Gael stream, somewhere around 8:30 in that area there, guess what? You can listen to us all day and every day at newerattradio.com. New Era TT Radio on TuneIn, so that way you get us on your Alexa and Google devices. Of course, coming up, we have our morning poll, which we are into right about now, actually. Do you think this whole idea of police wearing body cam should be abandoned or scrapped, right? See that they don't want to put it on. So you're voting yes or no? You can put your comments afterward, but yes or no first, right? And coming up right after the poll also, we expect to be talking with none other than PCA head David West. So I guess we can ask him about those body camera situation. I'm sure you have plenty of stories to tell. So all that is happening, and of course just before 8 o'clock also, it is karaoke time. Get ready to sing, get yourself organized, because trust me, the prizes are mounting.
Hey you, yes you, I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival karaoke. Carnival karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Step inside the Gael, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malassi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Roddy McIntosh, and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gael at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakarama.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
DOC.
Kevin Baker, beats by Robin, Young Pro and Bounty the Voice, DJ Eldon, and featuring International Steven, all the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos, Foreign Exchange.
With your bad energy.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
End Times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or Net Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End Times is here. Stay tuned.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
News and hold on, apparently they're gonna show something.
Right.
All right. You got the video, the very small clip. It's timely.
Yeah, just about 1 minute so I'll load it here for you.
All right. So we're gonna just show a little clip. It's a comedy clip, folks. It's comedy, right? So don't get your panties or chucky shorts in a bridge this morning, all right? And just to go back to some people who query in the poll, we did ask, should body cams be mandatory? So this is just a reverse of the same poll, because it seems like they don't want to wear it. So we asking if it should be abandoned or scrapped. That's all, So you're free to vote on it, either yes or no, right?
Yeah, very much so. All right, so here's the clip, and then we'll do the thing.
Mm-hmm. Dreams, if you're lucky, people spotted your dreams from a very young age and supported you. You might have some kids who might be very athletic, they could kick ball and throw one thing and whatever, you see a child like that and they put them into sports and they do very well, Might have another child, not too academically inclined, not too bright, but very aggressive. They like to fight, they like to cuff, they like to kick, they like to hit, they like to advantage, that kind of thing. You spot that and you put them in, the TTPS. And you put them where they belong, where they will thrive with people like them, Of course, for anybody who in the TPS here tonight, it's just a little joke. It's a joke, it's a comedy show. I explain it in the way that your boss would explain. A comedy show is a show for comedy.
I don't know who that young man is, but when I see that, I just laugh. I find that so funny.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but I've been seeing your little clips with him and stuff, I think. So
I've never come across a clip with him, actually.
Yeah, this is the second or third one I saw with him.
All right. It was a sold-out audience. Did that happen to that?
I am not sure.
I would imagine it is.
But it'd be nice if
that joke the way he said it. It had to have been in Trinidad.
But it'd be nice if if it is I'm sure it is a Trinidad thing because he directly talked about the TTPS and everybody responded, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the last part of it is a comedy show is for comedy.
Flash.
Anyway, our poll is: should the wearing of body cams be abandoned or scrapped? And we'll wait. Our guest will weigh in on that when he comes in a few minutes. Ava Smith, you ready for Sir Charles?
Yeah.
Ava Smith, no. Margaret Thomas, no. Anon, absolutely not. Gregory Boyer, no. Truth Set You Free didn't vote here. Apollonius, no. Scorpion Pepper say I'll make a cheese chips. Marlon Motley, no. Truth Set You Free votes, no. Scorpion Pepper, no.
Let me interrupt you, Wendell. That's Kevin Sawyer. He is a stand-up comedian in Trinidad, but he does sit-down comedy because he can't walk. He has crutches and stuff now. He has a disability. So he's got a sit-down comedy, but his name is Kevin Sawyer.
Okay,
nice. He's very popular actually.
Well, he has to be with that joke, especially. Yeah, okay, nice to know. Morning, Kevin Sawyer. Cheryl Mirage votes no. Eunice Dublin, no. Dave Gosain, no. Edwin Joseph, no. Alistair Hart, no. Yvette Scipio, no. Wayne Joseph says no. Annalie Johnson, no. CJ from New York, no. Suzanne Jessup, no. Ron DeSantis, hell no. Anthony Tinto says no. Jason Samuel says no. Avion Abraham, no. Damian Edwin, no. Damian speaks for Amanda too, right? Anon, okay. Anon vote already. Miss Ingrid from Tucson says no. Rena Jennings, no. All these comments. Robert Taylor, no. Michael Robinson, no. Margarita Chow, no. Marlene Saunders Sobers, no. Susie B, no. Slick Money Grip, no. Sherma Paul, no. Scorpion, I think it's a Christian comedy show. Okay. Kevin Sawyer, right. Thanks, Patricia. Richard confirmed that. Sankofa says no. Diane Payne, no. Finbar Collins, no. Finbar said, but this program needs to give up on the issue. But that's why I figure too sometimes, Brent Hackshaw says no. Carol Guevara, no. Colted Finch, no. Beauty Culture, no. Kazim Mohammed, no. Carlisle Cupid, no. Gemma Peters Halls, no. Trini Merle Kitchen, no. Red Rasta, no. Hey, Red Rasta, you back? Morning. Jason King, no. Elizabeth, no. Those are the votes for I have on the chat. And Brennan Smith, no. That's the last one I have.
All right. On the WhatsApp, we have Dre saying no. Joyce Phillips saying no. We have Joanne in Mount Hope saying no. Zena saying no. Judith in Tobago, no. Peter Wilson, no. Brenda in Pinal, no. Frank, no. Ron DeSantis, no. And I think that is it.
Well, I have two more. Andre says no, and Joyce Phillip, no.
All right, so 48 people on the poll this morning, and all 48 said no.
All right, so there we have it.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Hold on.
Don't give up, people. Put pressure on Xander and Punisher. Anyway, is our guest in the room as yet?
Yes, he's yeah.
Well, let's go straight to our guest. Okay, we're just holding on to get David West in.
Yeah.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. West. How are you?
A long time, man. How are you going?
Long time, David.
How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you, my friend.
Good, man. Good to see you also.
All right.
Yeah. Good morning, David West, and thanks for joining us on the breakfast show this morning.
How are you? Good to hear your voice.
Yeah. Right. So of course we could. I mean,
start off with the poll, Richard, with David.
Well, you can start off with the poll right now because I can't see the poll.
Oh, sorry. Should David, our poll this morning? Let me call you Mr. West, because people might feel we still opening button together or some kind of thing. Mr. West, our poll this morning was: should the wearing of body cams be scrapped, abandoned? Why we ask that is because of all the back and forth and to and fro on why we should wear it, why we shouldn't wear it. If the battery is not lasting, the police could switch on and off the camera, the footage could be tampered with. All this manner of things we're hearing coming out of the TTPS. Should it just simply be abandoned or scrapped?
Good morning to your viewers and listeners. The Police Complaints Authority has always said from the beginning that the wearing of body cameras is essential to accountability for the police service when they are on duty. And this has been seen on many occasions. And again, of course, unfortunately, we've saw it live in the last, in the shooting, the police involved shooting in August. So no, police cameras should not be scrapped. It is essential. All first world countries, police wear body cameras, and it is proven to be useful for them in solving crime.
What actually is the protocol for a body camera? Simply because we are here, the latest salvo from the police commissioner is that it can be switched on and off, or the footage can be tampered with. What is the protocol for a body camera, the wearing of a body camera internationally?
Well, the Police Complaints Authority has body cameras for their investigators when we go out on a scene to investigate. Okay?
You do?
And yes, we do. And that body camera, as far as I know, and that when I've been to conferences abroad, the body camera is tamper-proof. In that if you take it off or you intend to interfere with it, it alerts the base where it is from, and they can then determine what has gone wrong. So it's very difficult to interfere with a body camera once it's on, and you turn it on before you leave the station, okay? And it's kept on throughout your tour of duty. And also to body cameras these days, they have GPS locators. They have, and you cannot just take it off, as far as I know.
Right.
Okay, so I mean, I don't want to get involved in the tit-tat of what's going on. I just want to focus on what the PCA's remit is and what we do, and from our experience of body cameras, how they operate.
Right. Richard? All right.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, David, of course, we have beyond the body cameras. I wanted to get straight to the issue of another police killing, and of course, there have been several police killings, high-profile police killings that have taken place over the years, and some have come back up with family members with regard to the three guys, I think, who were killed on Independence Square. The three young guys, their family members have resurfaced talking about it, and that there was no closure. In terms of the PCA and its remit, does the PCA have closure on some of those older cases with regard to whether there is any police culpability or not? And is it that you have closed the case in the sense of come to a decision and either remitted the file to the DPP or closed the file completely and it's just not articulated to the public?
Okay, right. Okay, Wendell. I mean, Richard, good question. So what happens after the investigation is completed by the PCA? We can either close the file or we can do a referral to the DPP or the Commissioner of Police. In the case of the Independence Square shootings, we did a referral to the DPP where we recommended a coroner's inquest. So I believe that matter has gone to the coroner for an inquest. Now, as you know, Richard, inquests take a very long time, And I mean, we're still doing inquests from 2000 and before. So unfortunately, that matter may not come up for a long time, but we have made a referral for a coroner's inquest. And for the public that's listening, the coroner's inquest is done where we as the investigator or the police cannot determine what happened in the shooting. So therefore, live witnesses are called and evidence is produced to the coroner to determine whether or not the DPP should go ahead and lay charges against the officers or should not. So that's where it's reached. So sometimes in the police involved shootings, because we initiate the investigation, we do not notify the family members if it's closed or not. Sometimes if the family member comes on board and is an integral part of the investigation, we will then write to them and say, listen, matter's closed because has been a lawful shooting, okay? Or it has been referred to the DPP because we think there has been an unlawful shooting. Or it goes to the Commissioner of Police where we think that the shooting was lawful, but there may have been some protocols missed during the police-involved shooting.
I know in previous, just a second, and I know in previous conversations we've had with you, David, we have talked about, you've talked about the issue of the PCA having more legislative teeth and power in terms of their investigations and in terms of what they can do from a prosecutorial point of view and stuff like that. I assume, and this is an assumption of my part, that you still require all of this and that you may have had conversations with the new administration concerning these powers. Now, this new administration seems, well, let me not jump to any conclusions in terms of whether they are receptive to giving the PCA more power in terms of its oversight of police-involved shootings. Has an approach been made, and what's the takeaway from that approach, if it has been made?
Okay, very early on in this administration's term, I met with the Minister of Justice, and he set up a meeting with the Police Commissioner, Minister of National Homeland Security, etc. And we have made headway in resolving issues between the PCA and TTPS. And for your information, right now we are have a date set to have an MOU drawn up between the PCA and TTPS, which will go a long way to solving all the issues between documents and information that we are not allowed to get from the police service. So yes, they are receptive to amendments, and let's see what comes out of the MOU. I am positive that good things will happen.
Yeah.
For example, in this latest shooting, the police have been cooperative with us. All right. So I don't want to go any more further than that, but say that we have had very good cooperations thus far.
David, going back to the shooting that Richard raised on Independence Square that was investigated by the PCA and so on, and you said that it's now up for a coroner's inquest.
Yes.
When the shooting happened, we had interviewed then Acting Police Commissioner McDonald Jacobs, who had said that there was footage of the incident and that he'll be reviewing it and getting back to the public. Of course, that never happened. Did you in fact have footage from that incident on Independence Square?
Well, Wendell, I don't want to go into the details of the investigation and what it did or did not contain, but let us suffice to say it has gone for a coroner's inquest. Okay. I don't want to let's say what information has gone forward because it's still before the court.
Right. The other incident, of course, is the 8 officers who have been committed to stand trial in the shooting up in Mova. What was the PCA's involvement in that one?
We were very much involved in that matter, and in fact, the deputy director, that was her team that did that case, and that was footage again, as you saw. We got footage from the camera, and we were able to make a referral to the DPP for an unlawful shooting, and hence the reason why they have been before the court and have been committed to stand trial. So the PCA has played an integral part in the matter. Now, you see, I just want to say that investigations take a long time, and the whole process takes a long time. So you will see, I'm hoping, in the near future that more and more that the PCA investigations that we have referred to the DPP will come about by some sort of court issue.
Mr. West, as you mentioned, it takes a long time, and you're so right. It takes like a long time in Trinidad and Tobago.
It does.
Why is it that these things are taking so long? Where in other places they get these things organized in such a shorter space of time? What it is that we are not doing? We have a huge backlog in the cases. If you've noticed recently, they've sworn in about at least 7 to 8 judges, new judges, to help with the backlog. I know the DPP, of course, he is understaffed. He's lost a lot of his senior attorneys to the judiciary, which is unfortunate, but I guess, they don't want to stop persons progressing to higher office. And the police themselves have a lot of, matters, a lot of crimes to solve, so they are understaffed also. I mean, the fraud squad is terribly understaffed. The homicide bureau, in general, they're understaffed. So it is a whole backlog that has taken place, and that is what's causing the length of time. Even in the civil courts, there's still some backlog that takes quite a long time for a civil matter to go to court.
Explain for the public again, because you would have done this back then, because this is not your first stint at the PCA. How does a matter get before the PCA? How does the PCA determine that a matter is worthy of its investigation?
Okay, sure. Okay, so what happens is that if somebody sees something or believes that they are the victim of a police misbehavior, they can come to the PCA, and we are located at level 24 Tower D by Ryson Road, or in Bacalet in Tobago, Caribana building. Now, what happens is that under the legislation, the law for the PCA, there are 3 instances where you can where we have to take a complaint, where it's a criminal offense by a police officer, for example, larceny, murder, robbery, rape, etc. Right? A serious disciplinary offense, and that's found in the regulations of the Police Service Regulations, Section 150, discreditable conduct, neglect of duty, etc. Okay? Or police corruption. So once somebody makes a complaint and it falls within those 3 areas, we have to investigate that matter. Now, many times, other complaints come in, or other initial reports come in that do not fall within the remit, and we write a letter saying, listen, your complaint does not fall within the remit because it doesn't fall within one of those 3 categories. So we do not investigate that. We only investigate where the complaint is a criminal offense, a serious disciplinary offense, or police corruption. And you can make the complaint in several ways. You can come in, you can walk into the PCA in Trinidad or in Tobago. You can email us at www.pca.org.tt. You could write us in Trinidad or Tobago. Or what we have an app. So you can download our app on your phone, on your Android or iPhone. You just search Police Complaints Authority, Trinidad and Tobago, and it will come up and you download it, and it's for free. So what you do is then you make a report, it comes to us, it comes to our complaint section. The complaint is then looked over. Once it falls within the remit, it is then goes to our legal department to look at it. And then once the legal department is happy with it, they send it across to our investigations. Our investigations department will then call you, the complainant, and say, listen, we got this complaint from you. Come in and give us a statement, a full statement. Because what you will do is just give a summary of what transpired. You wouldn't give a full statement on your report. And once that happens, that initiates the process. So the investigators then investigate the matter to the best. They collect statements, video evidence, footage, forensic evidence, scientific evidence, whatever evidence needed to prove the offense that you have complained about. It will then go back to our legal department to look at it, to make sure that they have crossed all the I's, dotted all the T's, to make sure the evidence that they have received fits within the legal offense. Once that is done, the legal department will then write the authority, that's the deputy director and myself, and they will then say, listen, we have this matter, here's the they'll send us a memorandum, and this is the information and evidence. Do you think it's a offense? And then we will look at it and we will determine whether or not it's insufficient evidence, the case can go forward, or you need further work, etc., etc. So that's the process, what happens in the PCA.
And the average time for that process to take place before you come to a decision?
Well, then it depends on the matter, nature of the matter. Some matters. What we have done is that we case manage our complaints. So every couple of months, the investigator and the legal officer come before us, and we go through the complaint to see how far they reach and what other further steps they need to do. What we have done for you, what we have done also, Richard, you will know that there are summary offences that have to be done within 6 months of laying of the offence taking place. You have 6 months within which to lay the charge. What we do is we investigate those, we give those priority. We try to investigate that within 4 months. So we give 2 months to the DPP and the Commissioner of Police to lay the charge.
Right. Do you have enough resources? I know resource allocation across the public sector for public sector bodies can sometimes be a challenge. Does the PCA have all of the resources that it requires? And if not, is the current administration aware of any shortfall that you have and are willing to meet it?
So that's a question I've always been asked, and I would say that the PCA doesn't have all the resources it needs, but it has enough resources to function efficiently. Because what we have done is we have worked with what we have in order to get our jobs done. And I must commend the employees of the PCA for doing that. Of course, we could always use more investigators and more legal officers and finance and other persons and more complaints officers, because you have a lot of complaints coming in. But we are operating, and we are working. And yes, the minister does know that we do need some more resources. So I'm hoping that in the mid-year budget, we will be able to get some more resources so we can hire more persons.
Yeah. Has the relationship improved between the PCA and the TTPS in terms of information gathering?
I will say that we have we are getting information from the TTPS. Okay, I must admit that working with Ms. Martin and Ms. George, those are the persons who I work with closely. They have been very receptive to what our needs are, and they have been responding to us. The Commissioner of Police has responded to us very efficiently. When we make a referral or we give advice, he has responded and saying that it's been sent to that section to look at, or it's been sent to the academy. So we are up to date with all the referrals and advice that we have been given. So it is working, but it is a job work in progress. And with the MOU, I think it will be even better for everybody.
But ultimately, you are still heavily dependent on police officers investigating police officers and laying the charge.
Laying the charge, yes, and we are also dependent on them, for example, for getting information, CSI reports, because we cannot go on a crime scene, which is what we want to do. CSI, that's very important, and other matters. But we as an independent investigative body do our work, and we get our information from the TTPS.
And it's important that you raise what you just raised there, that the PCA still is I don't want to use the word debarred, but still unable to go on crime scenes, especially in light of the last shooting that we saw that involved police, where the crime scene was just overrun with people, based on the video evidence, of course, that we saw, with people going in and out of that car, putting their hand in it, putting stuff, taking out stuff, all manner of things. Why isn't that allowed at this stage?
Well, I cannot speak for the police, why they didn't bar off the crime scene properly, but this is something that we have to work on. I think I need to speak with the minister also about giving us that power to be there on the crime scene, because it's important that we be there to at least oversee, what has transpired or what is happening. Long time ago, under the Commissioner, I think Jacob, we had tried to, or even Mr. Griffith, we had tried to get an MOU or with us being present on the crime scene, where they can at least call the deputy director or myself when a shooting took place, so we can alert one of our investigators to go there. But they were saying that it depends if the area was a hot spot. It would be unsafe for citizens to go there and all that kind of stuff. So we really need to look at that, and when we can be actually on the crime scene or as soon as possible afterwards, so we can observe where the firearm was found, where the bullet shells were found. So we have an idea of what transpired. So we can actually, even use our body cameras to video what's taking place. So when the report comes, we can see whether or not there are any discrepancies or not.
Yeah. Any other questions, guys? My last question, Mr. West, is that how prevalent are cases where police officers bring accusations against other police officers?
I wouldn't say it's prevalent, but we have had a few in the last year or so. It does happen on now and again. We do get officers bringing complaints against other police officers.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Well, Richard, are you there still?
Yeah. I mean, I think we can close off at this point. It's fine. Yeah. So, David, thanks so much for joining us. As usual, making yourself accessible. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. And thanks again.
Sure. Thank you very much for being here. I hope I shed some light on issues that the public wanted to understand properly.
Yes, you did. Most indeed.
And I really do hope that they give you the tools that you need.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Take care. Thanks, David. Of course, that was David West, the PCA director, weighing in on some issues recently. And of course, just giving us a bit of the history in terms of the PCA's remit. David is such a focused individual. I know at one point in time he had indicated that he may not be going back there, but he did go back because you need a balance, put someone of integrity also to try to deal with this situation, because this is going to be a never-ending battle. Dealing with the TTPS is a never-ending battle. I mean, all you know how I feel about the TTPS, right? I think they're hopeless, especially with a homegrown, a rank and file police officer as head of the police service. I think they're hopeless. But
you think they what? Sorry.
Yeah, I think they're hopeless.
You think? Oh, you think they? Yeah. You're so dramatic. You're dramatic, Wendell Stephen.
I know. I didn't say that. I think they're hopeless.
But I do believe where Wendell is concerned, if we can really just fix that police service a bit, we would really be on the road to recovery.
Yeah, you'll see a big turnaround in people's attitude, the society, in all these communities where they go and people are aggressive and angry. That will change. People change when the people who are, or for want of a better word, trying to police them and control them, when they change. They're not going to change if they always met with this aggression. With fellas, as soon as they come out, they have to pull out a gun and they have to say, hey, you! Where you going? What's your name? And that's how 99% of police officers approach people. The very few of them approach you in a very pleasant, engaging manner. Very few. They have this way of speaking that they learn in that barracks there, that it rubs everybody the wrong way. And people react to that kind of anger. People react to that kind of aggressive tone. You understand? Even not normal.
Well, I mean, I must admit that my interfacing with police officers, and a lot of times you interface with them. I think a lot of citizens interface with them in roadblocks. Mm-hmm. That's where you would have a majority of an interaction, because the majority of us are not going into a police station to report anything, really. True. So the majority of times it's something on the roads that you would meet them. And I have to say that most of the police officers I've met have been polite in terms of their interaction with me. They've been courteous and stuff like that. But Wendell, as I said before, my recommendation is that money is a great motivator. And if it is, and if it is like what I had suggested about at the end of the year, the divisions compete for a prize of, let's say, $10 million or $5 million, and some goes to the community, and the community also has a say in whether you were polite, whether you were courteous, whether you were, doing your duty in a professional manner. It will change behavior, because money can change behavior.
I hear you. I don't doubt that, Richard. As I say, but and Richard, you
No,
say
hold it. Don't go too deep into it. It's time for karaoke.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival karaoke. Carnival karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival karaoke on the breakfast show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the breakfast show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival karaoke on the breakfast show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
All right. We have a karaoke call already.
We do?
I don't know. I asked you.
All right.
Andre said they should scrap the TTPS and start over. 10 years ago, I said that, Andre. More than 10 years ago, I had said that on the Power Breakfast show. Scrap it and start over. Start over with 10% of the women, 10% of the men, and 90% of the women. But that
so people, it was karaoke time. And this is where you get it on the show, and you call us now 281-1315 299-5156. is a very simple process. You call, you sing your song, whether it's a calypso or chutney, soca, all on you. Choice is yours. And and if you do it well, we have 2 persons we take every day, and the best one. And if we have like 2 that real good, we put the bottle in the box, right?
Mm-hmm.
We ready?
Folks, we have. Let me read some of the sponsors and the prizes. We have karaoke prizes: 2 hampers, a case of beer, a case of shandy, a case of Malta, 4 hired breakfasts. In other words, 2 sets of prizes. 1 return ticket to Tobago, valid for 1 year. 10 movie tongue tickets. 3 meal vouchers. 1 set of drinking glasses, and of course, many other prizes, all courtesy Sunshine Snacks, Damian and Amanda Edwin, S&H Rumbox, Bow Wow Pet Supplies, CJ from New York, Far Rockaway from New York, Michael from Long Island, the Movie Tongue team, Pizza Boys and Church's Chicken, and J&J Gemmers. All right, all those wonderful people who have come on board with karaoke. All right.
Okay.
We taking more. Let's send things. Playing ting.
People powered, man. People powered.
Yep.
So, good morning to you, caller. Are you calling for the karaoke?
Yes, I am.
Nice. Who's this?
That is.
This is?
Robert.
All right.
Robert
okay.
Allen. Okay, you're in the chat in the morning. All right, Robert Allen, take it away.
Yeah. Go ahead, Robert.
Education, education, this is the foundation. Our rising population needs some education to be recognized anywhere you go. You got to have your certificate to show. To enjoy any kind of happiness, knowledge is the key to success. Children go to school and learn well. Otherwise, later on in life, you will get real hell. Without the education in your head, your whole life will be pure misery. You're better off dead. But there is simply no room in this whole wide world for an uneducated little boy yourself. Don't allow idle companions to lead you astray. To learn tomorrow, you got to learn today.
Whoa!
Hey,
Robert, thank you very much.
Holiday, Robert. Holiday. Well done.
Well done, Robert. Well done.
I'm going to tell you something though, eh? That tune turned out to be a lie. That tune said there is no place in this whole wide world for an uneducated boy or girl. Well,
Yeah. All right, okay.
That turned out to be a big lie.
Thank you very much, Robert. All right. Yeah,
Well done, Robert.
Come, we need somebody else instead. Only come and challenge Robert today.
I didn't think anybody go want to challenge either.
Come on.
It was good.
Elijah was up and running just said when Robert get going there, the line just fall flattest.
As soon as people start to hear him, they oh gosh.
I didn't ask
So
you.
281-1315, 281-1315.
Yeah, man. When I run down the prices, definitely.
Oh God, you make me close down my phone, boy. If I don't close down this phone sometimes, it's trouble to do. All right, of course, our prizes for karaoke: 2 hampers, courtesy Sunshine Snacks, 1 case of beer, 1 shandy, 1 Malta, 4 hired breakfasts. I almost say breakfasts, yes. 4 hired breakfasts, 1 return ticket to Tobago valid for 1 year, 10 movie town tickets. Richard might want to win that. The movie. 3 meal vouchers and 1 set of drinking glasses. And all the sponsors are Sunshine Snacks, Damian and Amanda Edwin, SNH Rumbox, Bow Wow Pet Supplies, CJ from New York, Far Rockaway from New York, Michael from Long Island, the Movie Town team, Pizza Boys and Church's Chicken, and J&J Jammers.
All right. So
real sponsors coming on board.
Yeah, man. Caller, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Morning. To you. Yes,
All
caller.
What's your name? Yeah.
What's your name, caller?
My name is Sherwin.
Sherwin.
All right, Sherwin, you're singing for us?
Yes, I am.
All right, go right ahead.
All right. There we go. Taxi. Airport Kennedy. Lauren, you better wake up. I need a jet plane to take me non-stop. I can't stay in New York City when there is sunshine and fun in my country. Lion is the place with the jamming, with Carrion and Charlie's roots clashing. Everyone happy partying, and I'm freezing in Brooklyn. Darling, Lauren, don't cry, I'm leaving. I can't miss this jamming with all them steel band beating and woman background shaking. If the bug bite you, baby, then you could come and join me inside Kateri steel band, jamming with some man, woman. Bam badam pin bim bim bim, bam badam pin bim bim bim. Thank you.
All right. Well done, sir. But competition gets stiff for you.
Competition just get real stiff today. All right, so we have our two people inside today. What you all think? Go ahead.
Boy.
I will have to leave you all to judge it because I didn't hear Robert well from where I was. He sounded very distant, so I couldn't really hear him properly. So I'll have to leave the judging up to both of you. The second singer was much clearer to me.
Oh, okay.
That is as clever a cop-out as I've ever heard.
No, it's truthful. I don't want to lie. What I'm going to lie for?
Say that when Robert dancing.
Because I didn't have to say because I realized that you all heard him clearly. I thought it was all of us. But then the way you all were carrying on, I said, well, they heard him clearly.
No,
so obviously it was just me.
No, he was.
I say obviously it was just me, but I didn't mention anything because you went on to the other one.
No, but he was very good. But I agree though that Sherwin came clearer than Robert. But Robert was very good. Sherwin came clearer because Sherwin sang. I think Robert was singing speakerphone with a little drumming and music behind her, where Sherwin sang directly into the phone. Yeah.
So for me, technically, it was difficult to hear Robert. I didn't hear him clearly.
All right.
He sounded very distant, and I was trying to pump up the volume, but
when I go back on the YouTube, you can always go back and play it and listen to Robert. Robert was really good.
So we have three.
The both of them were really good today. So here, let's put the both of them in.
Well, Susan Jessup put both of them.
Both of them, like Sparrow.
Scorpion say both of them. Mrs. R say both of them. CJ say both of them. Joan Carrington say both of them. And Mrs. R. Right. Right. So Fran Romani says she's trying to call, but she's not getting through.
Well, whatever Mrs. R say, I would go with.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You're a real man. you know the woman's place in the home.
You're not a man, you're a mouse.
The woman's place in the home. Whatever she said, we're going with.
He's a mouse. That's what he is. No, man, he's a mouse. I'll bring a piece of cheese to you later, you mouse.
All right, so both Robert and Sherwin going in the box today, right? Okay, we're going to the news and we will be back shortly.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is Net Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Thursday, the 5th of February, on New Era TT Radio and Gael Caribbean TV. I am Derek McMillan. Thank you for being with us. Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Bisesar's delegation to the 2025 United Nations General Assembly cost just over $1.2 million, including nearly $915,000 in non-accountable allowances, according to a written response laid in the Senate. Airfare for the delegation totaled $147,000. The figures were disclosed in response to questions from opposition Senator Dr. Amory Brown, who requested a breakdown of overseas travel costs for the period September 22nd to 30th, 2025. The Prime Minister said Trinidad and Tobago's delegation included 11 officials, among them 3 cabinet ministers, a parliamentary secretary, advisors, security officers, and diplomatic staff. She also defended the expenditure, noting that a previous UN General Assembly trip in 2023, under former Prime Minister Keith Rowley, exceeded $1.1 million. Costs also included a diaspora event in New York and travel between New York and Washington, D.C. The Ministry of Transport is closely monitoring the growing use of mobile devices and mounting equipment in vehicles, warning that distracted driving poses a serious safety risk. Transport Minister Eli Zakur raised the concern while responding to questions in the Senate, particularly about drivers using windscreen-mounted devices for video recording, video calls, and live streaming while driving. Zakur said these practices can distract drivers, obstruct visibility, and significantly compromise road safety. He noted that while technology continues to evolve, drivers still have a fundamental obligation to maintain full control of their vehicles and give undivided attention to the road. The minister said the government is reviewing whether additional regulations, clearer definitions, or stronger enforcement measures are needed to address emerging forms of distracted driving, adding that recent increases in traffic fines form part of a wider effort to save lives on the nation's roads. The family of Kaya Seeley, who was shot 3 times by police during a fatal encounter in St. Augustine last month, has launched a public fundraising drive to help cover her medical and rehabilitation costs. Seeley, a young mother, was paralyzed from the waist down after the January 20th shooting, which also claimed the life of her partner, 31-year-old Joshua Samaru. A fundraiser on the Give Send Go platform is seeking $500,000 to assist with specialized medical care, rehabilitation, mobility support, and living expenses for Seeley and her 5-year-old daughter. Just over $5,700 had been raised by Wednesday morning. The incident, which was captured on video and widely circulated on social media, has sparked national debate and calls for transparency and accountability. Seeley's family says she was unarmed at the time and has not been charged with any offense. Police Commissioner Alistair Guevara has said the officers involved will not be suspended at this stage. The Roman Catholic Church in Trinidad and Tobago is piloting digital donations at 6 churches across the Archdiocese as part of efforts to make stewardship safer, easier, and more accessible. The initiative will use EndCash, a secure digital payment system that allows parishioners to make contributions by scanning a QR code with their mobile phones, eliminating the need for cash or checks. Posters and brochures will guide worshipers through downloading the app, setting up a wallet, and making donations. The pilot is being rolled out at parishes in St. Joseph, St. James, Diego Martin, San Fernando, Arima, and Scarborough, Tobago. Archbishop Jason Gordon said the move does not affect the sanctity of worship, stressing that the goal is simply to make giving more convenient. He said the system will be expanded to other parishes once the pilot phase is complete. 1 month after the capture of Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro, there is still no clarity on how Venezuela's acting government plans to engage with Trinidad and Tobago, following the breakdown of diplomatic relations late last year. In late 2025, Venezuela severed ties with Trinidad and Tobago, declared Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessar persona non grata, and suspended talks on energy cooperation. Since the January 3rd U.S. airstrikes and Maduro's capture, the acting administration led by Delcy Rodriguez has remained silent on whether relations with Trinidad and Tobago will be restored, or whether stalled gas negotiations could resume. The uncertainty comes as Venezuela cautiously rebuilds ties with the United States, easing sanctions and reopening limited oil and gas trade. Analysts say Caracas is still weighing internal divisions and external pressures before making any regional diplomatic moves. In international news, the U.S. Justice Department says it has completed its review of millions of documents linked to Jeffrey Epstein's sex trafficking case and found no basis for new prosecutions. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche said the files contain extensive correspondence and photographs, but not enough evidence to bring fresh charges. President Donald Trump has urged the country to move on, saying nothing new implicates him. However, the issue remains active on Capitol Hill. The U.S. House of Representatives is continuing its own investigation, with former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton due to testify later this month. Epstein's victims and some lawmakers say key documents remain undisclosed, while Democrats warn the controversy could resurface, keeping the Epstein saga firmly in the political spotlight. And that's news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio. Net Radio.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or Net Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yata Zakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange.
Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakarama.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds. D.O.C. Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin, Young Pro, and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-47.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakaramas. Foreign Exchange.
Platinum Carnival is the official road party band. Carnival 2026. 2 days of non-stop vibes and energy. Premium, all-inclusive, no long stops. $1,500 per day. Register free. Pay later. The road is the venue. Platinum Carnival, Monokini, food, music truck, drinks for only $1,500 per day. Register free. Sign up at dmcarnival.com. Platinum Carnival, powered by Mass Man Company and JT Medics. Follow at Platinum Carnival on social media for more info.
Can you do me a favor? Pick up something and win.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Okay, so we are back on the inside. After
right,
the news there, and a lot of stuff have been happening, you know. Before we go any further, let me just say, Sherwin didn't give me his last name. So Sherwin, you could send me a last name and you can text it to me, right?
I feel that might have been Sherwin Kern.
I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But you can text me and where you're from. That'd be cool. I didn't ask him that.
Right. Yeah. Let me not assume, because she's the only Sherwin I know on our chat. Maybe there are others.
We have another one also, you know. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you never know. All right, but yeah, we are getting ready for a boat ride this weekend, Wendell. Wendell, when last time you went on a little boat ride, right?
Why now? Well, actually, almost a year ago is the last time I went on a boat ride, and before that, I can't remember.
Wow. Well, trust me, we have a boat ride that you don't want to miss, right? So let me do this and then we'll bring the guests inside.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange.
A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
DOC.
Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin. Young Pro and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chakaramos. Foreign Exchange.
With your bad energy.
Ready? I'm telling you, it's a boat ride that you don't want to miss. Yeah. And of course, joining us in between here is the promoter of this particular boat ride. So, Mr. Production Sounds, good morning. How are you doing?
Yeah, good morning. How are you?
I am
I've
good.
always known this name, but I've never seen the person. I've always seen the name Production Songs years now, but I've never seen the person.
Yeah, well, see, the thing is now, this is junior. This is the younger generation Production Song.
That's it.
Yes, the original Production Song is my father. I am the eldest son.
Okay, that makes sense now because I know you don't look so old as the name Production Songs.
But it is a well-known,
yes.
A well-known and well-respected name.
Yeah, yes, it is. Okay, let me tell you a bit about myself. Production Song, as we there right now, right? Production Song. I'm the son of. I live abroad, right? I live in Canada. So I come every year, and this year I decided to do like my first event here. That's why I call it Foreign Exchange.
Right.
Because I want to try to bring like a foreign vibes as well as a local vibes. So I have a DJ from United States International, Steven. That he was Marshall Montano's first DJ. I have him and a couple of locals like Kevin Baker from Boom Station and Beats by Robin, myself, and my little brother Young Pro as well.
All right.
Yeah, with another guy rocking Ireland. So it's happening this Sunday, which is on February the 8th at the at Chakaramos at the Hearts Cut Pelican boat ride. The boat is Pelican.
All right. And well, what can people expect on this boat ride?
But as I said, the name is set to say Foreign Exchange. So a little the people who travel around the world like Miami and like London and stuff like that, there's a different vibes. Trinidad is a mecca, but as the other countries try to keep the culture alive, we have a different vibe. Some united the different types of people who celebrate Carnival from all around. So it's going to be a nice. It's a cooler boat ride. So, yes. You know, Chinese love to drink, so make sure you bring it in. So make sure I bring it in glass bottles. You know, bring your cooler, whatever you want to drink, and just come and have fun. It's gonna be vibes. It's something different. Tickets is $250, and you can contact this number 292-1847.
292-1847.
Yes.
So for people like me who don't like to walk with cooler, are there drinks available on the boat for sale?
Yes. There's drinks available on the boat for sale. Well, or people like you're gonna have a friend who has a drink and they're gonna give it to you. So that's nothing to worry about.
My friends and them don't like to share the drink at all.
We have to share. In these times, we have to share. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
But how are things looking at this point in time? You know, where the boat rides and the tickets are concerned, everything's moving along okay.
Yes, everything is moving along. Especially like now, as a lot of foreigners now starting to land. Yeah. So a lot of them know me from Canada. So a lot of them, and New York as well, because I do events in Canada and New York. So a lot of them is gathering up. So it's looking very well. And then to a lot of locals like to mix with the foreigners. So, you know, it's looking very nice right now.
I've never seen an event where foreigners are involved that failed. I've never seen one that failed.
Yeah, especially.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they love the thing. They love the thing.
Yeah, they love the difference, yeah.
And everybody running from the cold right now. It's freezing in Brooklyn and in Canada.
Very, and what in Canada is, when I left it was minus 25. Yeah, very cold. Yeah, very cold. When New York talk about cold, New York don't experience cold like Canada. Canada is a different type of cold.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, it is a different. But the boat ride is looking good, and people, anyone interested, they can call me and contact me, and we're good to go.
All right.
All right. So what time is the boarding time? And
yes, the boarding on Hearts Cut Shagaramas. Boarding time is 7 p.m. sharp boarding, and the boat is sailing at 8
o'clock.
All right. So they 7 p.m. is boarding time. You know, all 5 to 8, 10 past 8, you know, running to try to catch the boat.
Only come early.
Exactly, 10 o'clock early.
Yeah. And that Chagrama stretch could be a challenge on some nights, some evenings, you know what I mean? Yeah. So get down there.
Yes. Get on there, exactly.
Yeah. So they move early, organize all your coolers, organize all your friends, make sure they get all their tickets, and get ready for
have fun. It's going to be a vibe for production songs. It's in the blood. So you get it all on you. You get everything.
All right. Where can you get tickets though, Junior?
Yeah, INE. You can go online. Yeah. INE tickets. You can go online and get INE tickets, or you can contact me. Yeah.
Are you selling tickets at the venue too? At the boat?
If there is, but
because at the end of the day, boat rides are specific to a number. So,
yes.
So I'm telling you all, get all your tickets now, because this boat ride have real vibes on the ground. People all day. Production talking about the foreigners, but trust me, people on the ground here talking about this boat ride for Sunday. So get all their tickets now. Yeah. Anything else you just want to add before we go, Milton?
No. I just want to say, first of all, I want to thank you guys. You know, first time working with you guys splendors. Thank you very much. So Charles, we go way back. Thank you very much. I know my aunt is listening. I'll say hi to her. And so don't forget, this Sunday, International Steven is going to be there, and a bunch of other local DJs. There's going to be vibes. Bring your cooler and let's have fun.
Well, you know that name alone just sell out your boat ride, right? International Steven. You know that just sell out your boat ride, right? You have to call no other name. And exactly. I know Kevin and I know Beats by Robin. I know them because we worked in the studio right next to them. So, and they are excellent DJs also.
Yes, yeah. So tell everybody go on INE tickets. You can order your tickets online now as there's time.
All right, beautiful.
Well, thank you so much and all success.
No problem. Thank you very much.
The boat ride. I'll be in contact with you. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate this. Thanks a lot.
And thank you for advertising with us on the net.
Yes, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Take care. Okay, bye.
All right, people, stay with us. That's happening. It's going to be a fantastic boat ride. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss it. Get yourself organized. Get your tickets. Because trust me, Wendell, you ready?
Yeah, man.
All right, we'll be ready for this one, people.
This Carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange.
A Carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut Shakarama.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
DOC.
Kevin Baker, beats by Robin, Young Pro and Bounty the Voice, DJ Eldon, and featuring International Steven, all the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Chagaramos, Foreign Exchange.
With your bad energy.
I want to remind people no glass bottles, but I also want to advise the producers at our booth, right, to have some plastic bottles available for people, because some people still walk with a glass bottle and then they get caught with having to find something to throw it out in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I know some people now who have turned that into a business. So.
The plastic bottles.
Yeah, they have some people who now go to these places and sell their bottles.
Yeah.
I
know normally around Carnival time, the producers of alcohol like Angostura will normally make plastic bottles with
for some of those things.
Yeah, for some of those events. Normally bottle and specifically bottle the rum and thing in plastic bottles for around this time. You know, I don't know if they're doing it this time, but I've seen it done before. The big puncheon has already come in a plastic bottle, but at all the others it come in glass bottles.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I suppose that they will. But people, we in the winding up or the winding down stage. We're just in the winding stage right now because it's Carnival. We're winding. That doesn't go along, right? So we can take a couple of your calls just before we go. 281-1315, 299-5156. Richard just drop off him that, but
He must
Caller, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, brother.
Hey, Mr. Grant.
Yeah, boy. I only the night before thinking about production, so that I'm real bad now, you know. Because I stay for one of his sisters. I can't remember which one, because he used to play for me long time when he used to get my party.
Right. You used to promote party, I think?
I was the biggest promoter in town.
What's your promotion name?
But I used to go just ordinary juice man, red man. I the first person in 1986 after PNM lost, we opened the Riverside Plaza with a dollar party. Yeah, Mr. Linton Brown and Miss Elder.
Yeah, but I hear about Juice Man promotion and things, so it was you?
No, that Juice Man is play the music, yeah?
Oh, okay. But, all right.
I gained party since party was a dollar in the clinic in St. Joseph Road.
Okay.
Big Man City used to come play for me up in Georgia in Cook Street. You
What,
remember that name?
I know the name. It was before my time, but I know the name. Big Man City.
Right, Dr. Hyde. Right, the first we live up in New York now. Production song.
Mm-hmm.
Gemma. Gabby. Well, we used to be running the route.
Right. You had Madman Maddie and them too.
Yeah, but listen up, production song used to put Stimmy Young. I used to carry on the truck with my bar. Right?
Right.
Good history, Mr. Grant.
But you know, I always had the history. I saw me talking about it, but I don't time running out.
Yeah.
I don't like how the parliament running with smart. Because the Prime Minister won't answer no question, and that is important with them two senators, you know.
Right.
Independent senator. That's very important. He said she can't do question. The same thing he do with Dr. Rowley and putting that up on them. We have to be careful in this country, the press. Okay? Have a good day.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Grant. Yeah, good to hear you this morning. Mr. Grant is a promoter, man. And when they write the show in Co. Yeah, so you're very right where that is concerned. Yeah, so we just have a couple more minutes. Give us a call. We're taking your we are taking your calls as we wind down the breakfast show on New Era TT Radio. And coming up tomorrow, we have a very special guest inside of our culture corner. You can look out for that. And we have one of our other promoters who will be joining us tomorrow also. So yeah, we have some things happening. But in the meantime, just as we get ready to wrap up this session, we just taking one or two basic calls as we like to get out of it. And of course, yeah, don't forget karaoke. The prices mounting up very nicely. Caller, good morning.
Why do you think I run outside, boy? I run outside. I see a duck walking in the road.
A duck?
Casually walking in the road.
A duck?
A duck. I've never seen a duck in this community. A duck walking the road. So if they have a mark for that, people go and play it. A big duck walking the road. I've seen it now still.
What do you just disappear just like Richard?
It kind of took me by surprise.
Yeah. No. All right, okay. But Chenia, go ahead.
They have a mark for duck. Is there a mark for duck? I don't think they have a mark.
I can't remember it right now, but there's a duck mark. No.
Right?
Really? I know that. Yeah. Hey, how Mr. Grant can leave out DJ Newbird, boy? How you can leave out Newbird? I was a little boy when all they used to be throwing a party. Newbird still around?
I think he's somewhere in the US now, you know. If I'm mistaken.
Okay.
Somebody is telling me that at some point in time.
Hey, I'm asking for a friend. Is a friend?
Yeah, asking for a friend. Don't try that. You want to find out something. But go ahead. Go ahead.
Asking
for your friend. Go ahead for your friend.
Listen, all it reminded me of the current Pantry and Bago. This Beverly Ramsey Mohoshi running thing. You say you can't change your song by the competition. You're someone like when Tokyo. The year Tokyo came second, Carib Tokyo, when Carib was the sponsor, they came second in Panorama. One of the nights when they came second, Harmonize changed his tune that same night and win Panorama.
I remember that. I remember hearing about that situation.
Yeah. It was for real. And the reason why? Because normally the Panorama champs get, to go abroad and tour and stuff like that. But because we from John, they didn't want, right? We couldn't be ambassadors back then, but they're supposed to change all of that. But anyway, yeah. So I just asking for a friend if they can change his song by the time of the competition. Just asking. Anyway.
No, you cannot.
They can't, right.
It have no second wrongs, so don't worry. Once you're inside. It have no second wrongs.
No, that's not all second wrongs. Let's say in the preliminaries, like in Panorama, the preliminaries, and you get into the box, right? And when the final night come, could you go with a different song than what you originally came in? That's all I ask.
Don't have no competition so far.
There's no competition that allows that.
Virginia. Okay? Yeah. But you're not going to learn the song so you can come and sing the song tomorrow now, all right? All right. Okay, good. Yeah.
So Charles, just letting you know that Sherwin is serving curve from Arima, right?
I was telling you that just now. While I was telling you that,
I went out to film
you jump out to run down the duck.
I went to videotape the duck. The duck just standing up in the road now. It was walking and just standing up in the middle of the road now.
We have a lost duck in Arima. Anybody in Arima?
A lost, but it's a drake actually, not a duck.
Oh, cool. Well, them drake and them, boy. Them drake and them will be bad, you know.
Yeah, but
and especially if this is a big one.
Nobody's mind poultry in here, so I don't know where that come from. It flew in from somewhere.
Nah, he flew. Big drake.
Them things fly, boy.
Anyhow, Caller, good morning to you. You missing a drake?
Or somebody turn into a drake and walk in the road.
Hold on, look somebody here. Look the owner here. Carol, you missing your drake?
No, I ain't missing anything. I tried to go on. If I'm missing anything, I will miss St. James.
It's not St. James in Arima.
Okay, wherever. I suspect that for the next few days, you're all going to get a lot of calls for the karaoke after Richard pronounced that the winner is going to be my random draw. Some people may have been afraid to call to sing, thinking,
everybody stand a chance.
The extent of the talent would indicate whether they would win or not.
Yeah.
Like I did practice in a song
all you have to do is get through the first stage. Once you get through the first stage, you're inside.
You're right, but I know that now. I thought there was going to be a little sing off on Fantastic Friday.
No.
Now that you know,
the logistics to go through all that is real pressure. We ain't working so. According to Sprang, we ain't working so hard. According to Sprang along, Cara, we ain't working so hard.
But you all who listening,
some more calls now. What you niggas say?
Yeah, you all who listening will get to be part of the judging panel too at the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Sir Charles is right. Logistically, it's impossible for everybody to sing that day. Logistically, it's impossible.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Thanks very much, Carol. Yeah. All right, well, Wendell, I think we can leave it there for today.
Yeah, man. Folks, have an absolutely wonderful day. The weather has cleared up because it started off with rain in Rima this morning. It's bright sun now, and with a Drake walking the neighborhood like nobody. I feel like somebody turning that Drake
like he owned the tongue.
No, I'm gonna call Norris and see if he home. Next thing I know is Norris walking around like a Drake in the neighborhood. Norris and Ronald.
You take me back to the
Watch me. I grew up St. James there, where they used to call a particular man a Obia man. And people used to say, that dog is here, that dog is here. People used to say all kind of things about that poor man. And look now, that man told me his secret, He said, Wendell, the reason why I paint all my buildings a certain color is because when I buy one color paint, it's cheaper. That's what he said. I said, but people used to say that was an OB and all that. He said, and he used to tell me a secret, sir. He used to tell me, he also told me at that time, your fortune will come from the East. And I grew up St. James. I never thought I would ever live anywhere else but St. James. Next thing you know, going on 20 years now, I'm in Arima. And he had told me that years ago, that go to the East. You understand? I love that knowledge he used to pass on to me and so on before he passed away. You know what I mean? I always appreciated his knowledge. You know what I mean? He is, I think, one of the richest men who ever lived in St. James and in Port of Spain. He owns endless property. You understand? And he owns properties outside of St. James. But I think he's the owner of the most properties ever in St. James. His name was George Taylor. A lot of people you all used to buy his hops bread, Toko Peak Bakery. That man was a brilliant man.
He's not there anymore. He's gone.
No, he passed away. He passed away.
Okay.
He was a brilliant man. You understand? He's saying part. And people used to call him over man, and because he used to paint all his buildings blue. He said, it's only because I get any paint cheaper with one color.
Yeah.
Anyway, folks, have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember to let go and let God. All right? Bye-bye.
All right. And stay tuned into the net because, we got great programming for you, right? So, this has been
The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here. We bring in the
Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on.